Greetings YouTube, Danny Staten here for the Daily Dan blog. And you're looking at a Dracula comic book from 2010. But this one's a number one, and it's the tale of Dracula, and he is adapted from the novel by Bram Stoker. Much like the graphic novel I showed you recently, I think maybe right before this one, I wanted to do a Dracula comic book. Another one provided by the Captain. He sent me a stack of comic books, and I'm going through them one by one. He had a lot of vampire books, and I think I must just do vampire books for a few days till I get through these vampire books. We're going to be seeing a lot of vampire books. So let's get started on this Dracula comic book and see how it compares to the Dracula graphic novel I reviewed last time. Inside the first page, you get a really good drawing. But this Dracula don't look like the Dracula I was expecting him to look like. The guy on the cover looked a little more Twilight-y than this Dracula. I wonder how many different versions of Dracula there are in this book. Little reminder, this was the guy on the front. The Rutger Hauer looking vampire. You know, for a Marvel comic book made in 2010, it has a real good old comic book feel that I really like. The story starts off about the same way though. Mr. Harker heading to Castle Dracula. You know, well, it's the same story, so I guess it would be kind of the same way, right? And they're going for the whole story here, believe me. It's took him 4 pages to get to the part where he's on the stagecoach, headed up to the castle. Wow, this book is one of a series, so I guess they're going to drag as much art out of this thing as they can on this one, huh? And after a couple of more pages of long, drawn-out wagonry. Oh my God, wagons. That was the big thing for 4 pages. Wagons and riding and wolves chasing alongside. Wow. I don't remember it being that long in the movie. I really don't. He finally makes it to Castle Dracula. Oh, what? Now we got this guy? This guy here? Wilford Brimley plays Dracula now? What? And we get the same old story with a little bit of real estate and Dracula buying some real estate, but this is like the 3rd version of Dracula I've seen in this book. The 3rd different kind of Dracula. That's confusing. So the usual's going on. Dracula's goons are packing up his box, getting ready to roll. This guy's getting an idea about what's going on and thinking about escaping. I've seen this story so many times. And believe it or not, we're already up to chapter 3 in this one book. And Dracula is still crawling around his castle, hadn't left yet, even though them gypsies got it all packed up and ready to roll. And this guy's still creeping around the castle acting dumbfounded. And confused. And freaking out a little bit. I guess I would be too, but wow. Oh, YouTube! We finally got to the part I was liking, where the 3 brides of Dracula showed up. Remember that from the movie? I liked that part. That was one of my favorite parts in the movie. And surprisingly, YouTube, the book done the movie justice. But the movie's tending to lean a little bit towards the Frank Langella Dracula of the 80s, late 79 maybe, and not the Bela Lugosi version. Of course, I still don't understand why Dracula looks like Wilford Brimley. He does. Wilford Brimley. And 5 more pages of castle shenanigans. Oh, he ran around and did this, he did that. The little mirror thing, but still, you know, it's still dragging really slow. I guess because they're making so many issues and this is only the first one, they're going to keep it in the castle till part 2 maybe? I don't know. But it's going slow for being a part 1 though. It's got great art, it's a great story, and it's sticking to the original. It's just drawing it out a little bit more. Like I said, it's more like watching the Frank Langella movie than watching the Bela Lugosi one where everything moved real quick. This one moves slow. Okay, this is getting annoying. How many little adventures are they going to have around the castle between him and Dracula talking? He's seen him climbing up a wall and all this. But it's dragging into stuff that's not in no book and not in no movie, and I just don't get it. It's like watching a Twilight movie where they padded it with a bunch of crap that's unnecessary. But it's still a great book and it's still a great art. It's just Captain, this one is dragging. It's dragging bad. Oh my God, YouTube! 30 pages in this comic book and they still hadn't got out of the castle yet. I was hoping we at least got to England, or at least on the damn boat. I bet the whole next issue's them riding a boat over to England. They're gonna make sure they drag this story into the mud. He's just now trying to escape the castle, and it's near the end of the book. Well, near the end of the book, they finally getting Dracula's ass packed on up and ready to be shipped off at least. That's a good thing, right? This guy's still creeping around the castle, by the way. He's been doing a lot of creeping in this castle. And in the last panel, Harker's crying. Dracula's been shipped off in his little box. And we're going to have to wait to the next issue. The next issue. This issue. To see what happens next to these fine people. Oh my God, I said fine people. That's just wrong, isn't it? Because nobody in this book's fine. And of course, the last page in the book finishes off with the fourth version of Dracula. This black and whitey looking thing. And oh my God, how many different pictures of Dracula can you have in one book? I like the one, the regular Howard looking one best, I guess, but this was different. And that's a right up the wazoo. The last thing on the back of the book, they decided to put a great big picture of a bat. They couldn't put 3 brides of Dracula looking on stage. See, they couldn't even put one of the 4 Draculas they used. They put a bat on the back. That disgusts my goat. But overall, YouTube, I give this book a big thumbs up. I like this version the best. That was the one they should have used instead of that Wilford Brimley looking fucker. I didn't like all the multiple Dracula people, but the story was great. The art was wonderful. These chicks did not look like this in the book. Let me point that out. The best picture of the chicks you get is this one on the cover. Everything else was a little less graphic than the other novel I did earlier. Alrighty, that's my look at Dracula from 2010. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to join me for my next vampire book review. I got some good ones coming up. Danny Staten for the Daily Damn Blog. Say like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Blog over on this one.